Welcome back to the Travel Big channel. On today's video, we're going to discuss what went well and what missed the mark on our most recent Alaska cruise. We sailed on the Majestic Princess 7-night Inside Passage Alaska cruise. Ports of call included Ketchikan, Endicott Arm, Juneau, Skagway, and Victoria, Canada. By far, the most memorable piece of our Alaska cruise was the scenery. As we've said on other videos, being from Arizona, you just don't see things like the hundreds of trees, the snow-capped mountains, and water where ice just floats by the ship as you go by. Definitely recommend the scenery, 10 out of 10. We were thrilled with the room we had as well this time. We chose a mini suite on deck 14, the Riviera deck, on the port side. We always make sure to be near the elevators, but not right on top of them so you hear everyone coming and going. On this ship there were 3 banks of elevators, but we only found that we used the forward and aft elevators through most of our journey. The mini suite that we secured offered plenty of amenities and even included a full-size bathtub, which for a plus-size guy like me is an added bonus. It was well kept and well maintained. I would recommend if you're sailing Princess to consider a mini suite because the price difference is typically not much more than a balcony room, and there are additional benefits that you receive as a suite guest. Let's move on to my favorite part, the food. While we enjoyed our time in the specialty dining restaurants, we did choose to take most of our meals in the main dining rooms, and even formed a pretty good bond with our server and assistant server. If you cruise regularly, you know that having a good relationship with your server can make your meal that much better. While some may ask whether a drink package is worth it, Princess offers many other amenities beyond just the drinks when you sign up for the Plus or Premier package. Things like Wi-Fi, desserts, casual dining, and more. So definitely look into that. Now on to the not so great parts of our Princess experience. We didn't have a great experience with guest services and had a couple of issues that we needed taken care of that we felt were a bigger hassle than they needed to be. As people of size, we found the theater seating to be pretty cramped, and while the shows were mostly good, the cramped seating definitely took away from the experience. Cramped was a common theme for our journey, as you can see here. Being as tall and as large as I am, the excursions posed a challenge as well in a lot of cases. Throughout our journey, there was suboptimal weather that caused our cautious captain to skip a couple of things and almost miss the destination entirely. Because of what he called large waves, we ended up in Victoria very late, and most people missed their excursions. In addition, because of the ice, we didn't even get to see the Dawes Glacier up close. Our cautious captain also required an in-person muster, which doesn't happen on many ships anymore. Weather also played parts in dampening our excursions in Skagway because of the fog and rain, which led to foggy train car windows and a difficulty seeing all the sights. While the Port Valet program in Seattle seems to work fantastically for some people, a simple typo in the registration form led to a failure to get our bags off the ship, so be cautious. There were a lot of problems with the photo app on board, and if you want to use the Ocean Now feature to have your food delivered, just know it can take an hour and a half or 2 hours to get your food in some cases, so be prepared. Despite any of the problems we may have faced while on board, this certainly fulfilled a checkmark on our bucket list, and is a trip we both would wholeheartedly recommend to anyone thinking of taking it. This is just, we said so we don't forget, wayfinding.
The wayfinding on this ship could be a little bit more prevalent. So far we've only noticed that there's difference in the port and starboard carpets.
That's
but there's
true.
Nothing that
But
indicates,
we walked
am
up,
I walking forward or aft?
And we walked up to an elevator today that was a service elevator, but they didn't say, hey, right around the corner is the actual elevator.
Right.
So you have to figure that stuff out. So
and my only other slight complaint has been the lack of public bathrooms that are accessible throughout the ship.
That's what it was, because outside a busy theater and you had single bathrooms.
Yeah, that kind of thing is shocking to me, but I guess a lot of people just prefer to go back to their rooms for the bathrooms.
But the food at the Crown Grill,
Yeah, delicious. The servers, service people have all been great.
Yep. This lady right here. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, consider liking this video, maybe share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel so that you're up to date on any of the adventures that we share in the future. But for now, we appreciate you watching, and remember, why travel small when you can go big?